The mace is easily the strongest weapon in all of Minecraft. It can kill fully geared players in just one hit. The only issue? I don't play modern PvP. So when I do play the mace, it usually looks like this.
Pearl.
That's why in this video, I'm challenging myself to master the mace in just 5 days. And you'll see how I went from this to this.
Let's go! Come on! Let's go! Haha! I don't care. Oh my god! Let's go!
And how you can too. But it all starts with my first game of Mace.
Alright, first game with the Mace. First time. It's probably my second time ever playing Mace. So I really don't know what I'm doing. But let's see how this goes.
Here's a little spoiler for you guys. It went terribly. I kept just trying to pearl catch and falling down, and I never even hit my opponent once until I eventually died. But I knew that if I wanted to get better, I just needed to keep playing and keep trying, and that's exactly what I did. And on my next game, this happened.
Oh, I actually won. That's actually crazy. I mean, that guy was pretty bad too, but you know, it's better than nothing. But from then on, I just kept playing, and eventually I ran into this one guy who gave me some good advice. He told me to jump before I wind charged, and also to use the elytra so that way I wouldn't take as much fall damage, and also I could get closer to my opponent that way. So he was really kind, so of course I had to, you know, murder him. And after that, I started to do a lot better. You know, it actually helped me out, his advice. And after a little over an hour of just straight Mace PvP, I got off and called it a day. Overall, I'd say day one went really great. Some things I could definitely improve on though is learning the difference and the uses of both maces, because I was just picking a random one and sticking with it for the day. And out of 12 games, I won 5 of them and lost 7 of them, putting me at, for day one, a 42.5% win rate, which is pretty good, but there's definitely some room of improvement to be done there. So on day 2, I started off by going to YouTube and typing how to get good at Mace PvP, and I watched videos for like an hour, and I actually learned a lot. I learned about attribute swapping, I learned about the difference between the two maces, the breach and density mace, and I learned about grappling, which is where you pearl onto your opponent in midair and mace them in the air. And then I learned about arguably the hardest Mace PvP trick, stun slamming. See, if your opponent is blocking their shield, a mace can't hit them, but if while you're falling, quickly disable their shield with an axe and then swap over to your mace and hit them with the mace all before you hit the ground, then you can do a lot of damage to them. You know, it's very difficult, so I figured before I go straight into a game I should do some practice to, you know, kind of learn it a bit. Downloaded the Theobot mod, and I was practicing their attribute swapping, first with the spear, and then I switched to learning it with the sword and the breach mace since it does more damage that way. And I also practiced some pearl catching, and I also practiced a lot of stun slamming, which I landed a total of 0 times. But you know what, I figured I could just practice it some more another day. So I went to some games, and I was instantly able to translate some of the skills I learned into the new game. You know, I was a lot better at pearl catching. I even grappled, and I was doing a lot better with attribute swapping too. And I actually ended up winning my first game. GG's. Okay, I can feel I'm getting better, definitely. I was able to apply more pressure and put some of the things I learned into practice. So that was actually that practice session was good. So I just kept playing for a while, and after 2.5 hours, I just called it a day and got off. But I had a way better winning record than the first day. I went 11-3 today, and that put me at a 78% win percentage. So that was a huge jump for only one day of practice, but I know this was only the beginning, and there's still a long way to go. But something that just kept coming up on day 2 was that I needed to learn how to stun slam, because every time someone would just block, I couldn't do anything because I didn't know how to stun slam. So the shield was definitely a weakness. If anyone held up the shield, you know, I couldn't do anything about it. So I knew on day 3 I had to learn it. Okay, so since stun slamming was something that I really need to work on and it's super difficult, I am not going to leave until I hit a stun slam. and let's see how many I can do. I don't care if it takes 2 hours or however long it takes. I'm not leaving till I hit a stun slam. But only about 10 minutes later, this happened. Oh, okay. Hold on, let me try that again. I hit it. That didn't even take that long. I think I figured out a strat on how to stun slam. I think if I butterfly click, then I can actually hit it pretty easily. So let me try to show it. See? Yeah. I think that actually works. I just need to like quickly almost like what Dooyer does in Bed Wars, where he does like his burst clicks. He like blocks burst clicks. You just need to do that, and it's actually not that bad. Okay. So with this newfound knowledge on a kind of consistent way for me to hit the stun slam, I went into some games, and I actually did pretty well, and I was actually hitting a couple of stun slams in my games. And after playing for an hour and a half, I got off for the day. And some notes for day 3 though, I'd say, is I need to get more consistent with stun slamming, and I need to shield more often, since a lot of the times I'll just watch while the enemy slowly fell towards me and get maced and die. So I needed to pull my shield up, and I also needed to do it way earlier because there's a little bit of startup on the shield, so you're not instantly blocking as soon as you hold right click. And also get just way more consistent with all the tech I learned. But in the end of day 3, I had a record of 13-8, 61% win percentage for the day. You know, not the best, a little bit worse than the previous day. But you know, I'm still getting there, and you know, could have just been an off day. But now I knew that if I stun slammed more consistently though, I would definitely have a higher win percentage. But now going into day 4, I had a clear goal, which was to hit more stun slams. Okay, this is the first game of day 4, and my goal for today is going to be to hit as many stun slams as I can. Nice. Oh, that was a good shield at the last second. GG, bro. That was a great first game. I could tell I'm getting better. Yeah, so after my first game, I had already hit a stun slam. But trust me, it does not end there, because I hit a lot of stun slams today. Because I was really improving fast, and I was also doing well in my breach swapping and grappling. I was able to do everything. But even with all that improvement, I was still very inconsistent. So overall for day 4, I'd say the main area of improvement would just be to play more. Because if I play more, then the tech I learned will become more muscle memory for me. Also, still, I needed to shield more because I was still not shielding a lot. And I also needed to dive bomb more, which is when you go straight up into the air and go all the way down as fast as you can, because there's a lot more damage when you use the density mace like that. But overall, I'd say day 4 went pretty well. I had a record of 16-4, putting me at an 80% win percentage for that day. But now it was time for the final day. But before we go to day 5, you've watched this far, so please be sure to subscribe. You know, it'd mean a lot, and I'm only at 9 subscribers, so you could say you're OG if I ever blow up. Anyways though, enjoy day 5. What's up guys? Today's day 5, and my goal for today, to win as many games as I can. GG, bro. It's a quick first game of the day. GG, bro. Here we go. Let's get that shield up quicker. Come on. GG, bro. Let's go. Hey, let's go. GG, bro. Popped him again. There we go. Let's go. Here we go. Oh. There we go. Yes. No way he's so low. Where'd he go? He's saying I suck. I don't care, bro. I don't care. Bro, land. Holy. I'm so bad. I should not have popped there. Yeah, he's talking crap now. I gotta win this. Can't let that slide. No. Come on! Let's go! Haha! I don't care! Oh my god! Let's go! I'm the GOAT! Ha! You gotta get a shut up, bro. Holy crap, bro. If I would have lost that game, bro, I would have been so mad. That guy was talking the whole time, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh. Yo, forget the challenge, bro. That was me learning Mace and beating that guy was all I wanted, bro. Holy crap. Yeah, so as you guys can see, I was really trying to win every game I was in. You know, I was really putting all the things I learned into practice and trying my absolute hardest, like my life was on the line. But I still couldn't win them all. But in the end, with day 5, I ended up with 17 wins and 2 losses, putting my win percentage on day 5 at about 89%. So I did really well, you know, and I definitely accomplished my goal of doing better at the Mace. But did I master the Mace? No. But is there a noticeable difference from when I first started? Yes. And will I continue to learn new PvP methods and modern PvP? Absolutely.